we're going to be reacting to this video by Pro Zero. Is this the death of Fortnite Reload? Is it? What have I missed, chat? What have I missed? We missed,
Could
chat.
we be seeing the death of Fortnite Reload right now? I know that question may be coming out of nowhere for you guys and seem...
It is out of nowhere because, honestly, Squid Game, best thing they've done for Reload. I know people hate collabs, and this is what he... You know what? I reckon this is the angle he's taking. He's going to talk about collabs. If he doesn't, and I'm just chatting at this point. But this is okay. It's if it gets to a point where it's collabs after collabs after collabs, and we might get the Simpsons season. We're not sure what's going on with that. So see what angle
surprising
he takes.
Since we just got the new Squid Game Reload map that has been pretty popular so far, but Blitz Royale is exploding with popularity right now, and I think this may be a
Okay, well, no, but that might be a video from me.
sign that Reload is kind of being left behind despite the addition of the Squid Game map and them seemingly kind of introducing more collaboration gameplay integrations into the game in
I should let him finish what he's saying.
that way. We're going to be digging into whether Reload is kind of slowly going on life support or if it can survive past Blitz's rise, but I don't think that this is necessarily going to end up in the death of Reload entirely, but I do think it is going to fall off in popularity kind of consistently now that we have Blitz. Now,
Well, currently, this is currently at the moment, not a permanent mode, but it probably will be. The issue is, and I said it in my video when I talked about Reload, is that we currently have this need for quicker and faster paced Fortnite. I see these videos of people going, wow, look at this movement. And I saw clips similar on Splitgate, but I saw one here with Fortnite, and it was just a character going around a wall like this. I'm like, that's not movement, that's just insanity. Yeah, a little bit, maybe a shockwave, a bit of movement here, but if you're constantly jumping around like that, that isn't movement. That's just craziness. That's just there's no reason why movement needs to be like that in a FPS game. Maybe possibly a battle. No, not even a battle royale, but definitely not in a 5v5, and definitely not in a battle royale. Maybe in an adjacent LTM game mode, maybe. Not for this.
It's no secret that Blitz Royale has become the most popular mode. You know, 4 times more players than main BR at one point, and it's consistently had more players than the regular core Battle Royale modes. It's zero build, it's quick, it's mobile friendly, and it's built for peak engagement on short sessions, and I think that is what has made it so popular. It's made...
That's because Fortnite. It's because of their need and their want and their desire just to ruin OG by putting bots in it. But now, actually, I played OG recently, and that doesn't seem to be a problem anymore. Almost every single player we ran into yesterday was a real player. I would argue that every single player in that lobby, OG, I don't know what they've done to OG, but everyone seemed real. But it's this need and want to have quicker gameplay. It's just not needed because BR should be an experience where you land in, you loot up, you strategize, take a few kills, and then go to mid game. You then and then you take fights. You're smart about it. You're this, you're that, and then you go, okay, well, okay. Then end game, you're thinking that's what a BR should be. You get these crack-filled freaking Blitz. I mean Reload, and then now you got the gold version of Reload. You got Blitz.
For everyone, it's not overly sweaty like Reload is, and a lot of the times it's very chill because of the amount of bots that are in it. The way that they marketed it as a way to get free wins and, you know, easy, relaxed Fortnite gameplay, which is something that can be hard to come by for a lot of people while playing against real people. Since Fortnite's skill-based matchmaking really isn't the best, I think this makes sense why it was so popular. A lot of people, even in the videos that I've made talking about Blitz, have said that this is the most fun that they've ever had on Fortnite. A lot of people have said that Blitz is everything Reload was promised to be, and I think that is a really interesting and says a lot about the future of Reload in terms of fan perception. Now, why?
Okay, that's interesting, because I would argue that shouldn't be what Reload should not. Maybe the mechanic where you get a medallion, you get a bit of maybe, but in terms of being a quick game, are people playing Reload wrong? It seems to be this desire where we almost like, okay, Battle Royale is a TV show, Reload is Netflix, and freaking Blitz is TikTok, and people are just like, oh well, they need it all at once and just not thought out at all. So maybe that's what's going on there.
Exactly do I think Blitz threatens Reload in this way? You know, Reload and Blitz are competing for the same smaller match, kind of like high octane audience. You know, Blitz's is kind of faster paced. It also has weekly events like, of course, the Avatar theme. We may end up getting a Dragon Ball theme as well as a Jujutsu Kaisen themed week, as well as these medallions incorporated into it. It keeps the mode feeling fresh. And although we don't know if Blitz Royale is going to continue to have these, you know, weekly updates up until it leaves, I think it still has something to say about the variety that this mode can have in comparison to Reload. Reload, in my opinion, even though it's kind of the same thing, has a bit of slower pacing and fewer updates in comparison, and it seems like the player counts are kind of shifting at least a little bit. The one thing that does make
I mean, it's hard to do it currently because, again, it's a new mode, so this could balance itself out. But I mean, I don't think Reload needs to rethink itself to be Blitz-style pace. I think Reload pace is okay. Definitely playing a new Squid Game, it's fine. It's completely fine. I feel like this is coming from players that need, like, a crack-filled, nitro-fueled sort of gameplay. When there's always speed, always banging their head against the table going, I need elimination. Where's elimination? Where's a fight? Where's an engagement? Soon, modes are just going to be two players gliding in, going for one weapon on the floor, and it's just like, bang, and then the game's over. And then like, oh, God, I need to go again. Okay, maybe not, but you know what I mean.
Reload different though is that it is a little bit more competitive. It seems like Reload has kind of taken the place of ranked Fortnite in general. That's where most of the really sweaty and competitive people go to, so in that way I don't think Reload will ever officially go away, but it definitely will lose some of its audience to Blitz for sure. Now, could Reload survive?
It's funny he says that because Reload is actually the only mode normally where ranked is more popular. I don't know if that's the case anymore. But it had been for a while as ranked. Do we know? Okay, ranked Reload 100,000. Oh yeah, see, look at that. That's zero build. Sorry, I'm getting. Well, why is it up there? How do they organise it forever? Sorry. So yeah, ranked Reload's here. So sorry. So ranked Reload normal build. Sorry, it's here. 95,000. Okay, cause I might be a bit too quick to judge there, but yeah, it's above its counterpart. So what the heck is Respawn Rumble? What, have I missed something? Is this Battlegrounds? Have they renamed Battlegrounds? Or whatever it's called? What the hell's happened? What am I looking at? Yeah, whatever it was before was actually a really poor name, so whatever. Back to the vid.
Or adapt. Now, Reload could definitely stay alive completely if Epic adds, you know, Blitz-style weekly updates, or they may pivot by adding Blitz into Reload's, you know, ranked or seasonal formats. Worst case, you know, Blitz is just going to absorb all of Reload's player base. Reload stays for kind of the people who were there to begin with, not the general player pool, or really sweaty people, which is honestly what I think is probably going to happen. Reload is going to become more of a place for competitive people to play really fast against other people that are really good, and Blitz is just going to be the more chill, kind of like mostly bots mode, how it is right now. Now, just
he must be playing a different Blitz. Jay's favorite season from every chapter. Go. It's gonna be controversial. Chapter 1 is season X. Chapter 2 is season 8. Chapter 3 is season 2. Chapter 4 is season 4, I think. Chapter 5 is. I'm having trouble remembering chapter 5. You get all the freaking. I'm the Avatar. Wait, when did that happen? Chapter 5. What happened in chapter 5? Okay, maybe it was right. Maybe it's got body again. The other night we were playing this now, it was sweaty as hell. Okay, maybe he's right. Never mind. I take it all back. See, I think generally I really like season 2. I know people hated it, but it's either season 1 for me or season 2, chapter 5, and chapter 6. I'd say probably this season. Okay, we were playing this the other day and it was sweaty as hell. I don't know what they've done again to these lobbies, but I know, and that's what I just what freaking Pro was talking about. I was like the other day, it was sweaty as hell, and now I look stupid. Okay, that's embarrassing. Can we just ask where that freaking boulder, the big massive rock, just went? Anyway. Okay, apparently these lobbies are actually easy again.
Just to make sure you guys understand, I do not think that Reload is going to die. I do think it is going to lose a majority of its fan base, though. We've already seen the kind of Reload player counts go down over time, so it's something that was going to inevitably happen anyways, but Blitz has just kind of sped up the process. Of course, Blitz Royale has only been out for a little while. It's still relatively fresh in people's minds, so eventually it's not going to be surpassing, you know, the zero build and regular core battle royale modes for long, but I do think it has something to say about, you know, in terms of like how it's going to affect Reload, since both of the formats are very, very similar. Reload has a lot of loyal fans and has some kind of like esports infrastructure. You know, we got cash cups, tournaments, has a lot of streamer support, a lot of streamers.
Don't think I've ever seen a cash cup for Reload, but never mind. Yeah, streamers love Reload.
Content creators play Reload exclusively. It serves a function Blitz doesn't, you know, building centric as well, you know, defined spacing, and appeals mostly to competitive players. You know, Epic could keep both modes by making Reload the sweatier precision version and Blitz the casual go-to, which I think is what they're probably going for, especially marketing it towards more mobile players, because let's be honest, if mobile players go into core battle royale are definitely
System lock. What? See, the reason why I died at the end of that stupid game was because I was so ingrained into beating bots and the one real player. It might be, you know what, I don't know. He should have died to a boulder in the face, but never mind. No, I hate the fact they just can't work out to either system lock it. The reason why it's made for mobiles is because it's slow poly, it's a quicker game in terms of, because they're just TikTok crack kids. It's not because it's mobile and all mobile players are trash.
Reload, they're going to get
Pure, how's it
destroyed.
going?
That's just how it is. So I definitely think that it is a great mode to advertise in terms of like, you know, a chill, more gameplay experience. One thing to make sure you guys understand though is that Blitz Royale, as of right now, as of the day that I'm recording this, is not going to be a permanent mode, and it's actually going to go away sometime in August. I believe August 12th or the 14th or something like that, and we're not going to see it again, apparently. That's what Fortnite is saying, but they are currently working apparently on a trios version of Blitz.
I don't think they say that though. I think they said it will come back, didn't they?
As well, which goes to show that maybe they're considering keeping it around permanently. Like I said in my video reviewing Blitz Royale, I think it probably will end up staying around permanently because of how popular it has been, and it's one of the only modes that mobile players can play that's kind of like somewhat competitive without getting completely destroyed. But let me know what you guys think down below. How is Reload going to be affected by Blitz continued success? Drop a like on today's video. You watched all the way to the end. You must have enjoyed, so drop a like. Subscribe to the channel.
Thank you, Pro Zero. I would argue. I still think Blitz should be somewhat competitive and not a bot lobby, what we just had now. Stupid way to die at the end, but I thought it was a bot. I thought, yeah. As I said earlier in the video, I just feel like BR is TV, Reload is Netflix, and Blitz is TikTok. And I feel like there should be some sort of thing for Epic to try and like make BR king again. There should be no reason why a game can't be drop-in, off spawn, early game. Let's play, let's be smart, mid-game, let's do this, let's do that, end game. With Blitz you don't have that. Reload you barely have that. It doesn't need to be this need and desire to have quicker games to a point that it just doesn't mean anything. You can't really take in any of the environment and chill and play with mates like while you're just playing Blitz. It's just bang bang bang. It's just Blitz in literally it's Blitz in lobbies. There needs to be some actual competitiveness in any BR centric game. That's in my opinion. I don't know if this works, to be fair, what Pro's doing here. I feel like you need to condense the viewers down into one funnel. I don't know. Maybe it works. I would like to see what his end screen stats are. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this one, consider leaving a like, subscribe to your YouTube channel, and until next time, it's been your boy, Miss JLY. Pro Zero's links are in the description. Until next time, bye-bye.